The devil is fighting so hard to control the world in ways that we cannot even imagine. God told me that when somebody says, who's the Holy Spirit? What's the Holy Spirit? The Holy Spirit is what people will call today the first AI.
All right, so Angela Okorie dragged Ruth Kadiri after she actually came out to the general public to actually come and make it known that there is the place of the Holy Spirit and there is the place of AI. The world is now replacing what we should actually hack the Holy Spirit for and what we should actually search with AI. And she actually made an example out of her story. Just watch the video.
An original, it also means that there's going to be a fake. The devil is fighting so hard to control the world in ways that we cannot even imagine. God told me that when somebody says, who's the Holy Spirit? What's the Holy Spirit? The Holy Spirit is what people will call today the first AI. A lot of Christians are starting to take their problems to AI. Solve this for me, sort this for me. And they are starting to forget that it was first invented by God for his children to meet all our emotional needs. And if we as Christians are not careful, we'll end up assuming that these apps or these entities are going to solve our problems. And even after they do, because it's just ask and receive, you still wake up years later and realize that you don't feel fulfilled because we are starting to neglect the power that God has given us as Christians, our bestie, our friend, our helper, which is the Holy Spirit. And people think that you don't understand what the Holy Spirit is supposed to be in the space, who he is to you. I'm going to give you an example. This is when God told me this thing 2 days ago. I woke up, I'm feeling very heavy, getting tired to read my script, getting exhausted. I'll not be able to finish it. I feel like very overwhelmed and very, and then I just said my prayer lightly. Father, Lord, help me to decluster, help me to decongest, help me to be able to sort out my needs so that I can stop feeling overwhelmed. And lo and behold, the next day, every single thing that I was worried about suddenly started sorting themselves. I started getting ideas, do this. I'm tired, don't worry, push yourself, read it. I just got energy and help that I have been struggling with for the past 1 week. And then God told me that is my job. When people wake up and say, what is the Holy Spirit? Ask yourself, what is AI? That's the Holy Spirit, but for Christians. And we must learn to use it. Do not neglect the power of God. In fact, every single thing that the devil is trying to create on earth is a prototype of the Bible. It is a prototype of the Bible. God created man. They are working so hard to create a type of human to replace what God has created. And sometimes we get carried away by looking at how shiny AI is, because that's what fake does. It's always gold and shiny. Fake is always good and shiny. So they create things that look like it's overwhelming and it's overtaking the world and stuff like that. What is the first social media? Christian community, Christian relationship is the first community that was created by God. We neglect it and we are all on social media trying to meet people that we do not know. The difference between this creation of planet Earth and the world and what God has given us is that in God's own you find fulfillment, you find peace, you find happiness, and you find health. I just hope that somebody out there understands me. It's just what God told me, and I've started to say it out. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day. They brought light. Bye.
She actually made this video, you actually watched. To be very honest, it's quite impactful, especially for Christians. If you're actually a believer, you will kind of understand the place of the Holy Spirit. You understand? And because she made this statement, of course, she posted it on her platform. Blogs is going to carry it. Different people are going to carry it. Now we actually got to see Angela Okorie's comment. And it says, now wow, which Holy Spirit? Go and sit down and shut up your mouth. This nonsense has to stop. And to be very honest, I don't actually think Ruth Kadiri actually deserved this comment, especially from a Nollywood celebrity, especially from Nollywood. You understand? In as much as it's actually cool to actually say your mind, this comment section, everybody is actually free to actually say what they want to say. But I don't think it's actually responsible that it is in comment section that a Nollywood actress of both equal whatever are dragging each other. If you actually have something to say, I don't know, look for a burner account. It doesn't actually just make sense to me. I actually feel like you are not just respecting the place where you guys actually work together. So I've come out to actually come and say this, but it's not actually, it's not a big deal. You have said it, blogs will actually want to post you, and at the end of the day, it is what it is. You don't believe, it's fine, but allow people to believe what they want to believe. You understand? You might be opportune to go and have one Ifa that you, or one Papalawo, or one Abalis that you are serving. You understand? And you might actually not even believe in anything. But allow people to believe what they want to believe. That's just my own opinion about it. If a Muslim or a Muslim whatever is coming out to come and say something about their Islam, you allow them to believe it. And also, if you don't believe in anything, of course, allow anybody to actually believe what they want to believe. So you might be right and she might also be right. And so at the end of the day, it is what it is. So right now, Nigerians are in two phases. Many people are saying that Angela Okorie has started again. The fact that she did that with Mercy Johnson until Mercy Johnson arrested her. You understand? Making all of these kind of comments, causing these rifts where there is none. You understand? Because I don't think this kind of comment is warranted from her. But it looks like they have been fighting before now, which is not in existence, or probably people are trying to now even bring them together, or probably people are now trying to now force them together to fight. Because at the end of the day, now blog will finish this country. Because I wouldn't have known about this, not until blogs could help you find that problem. They will help you find that problem where it's not. But anyways, one of the things I know is the fact that there is a place of the Holy Spirit for Christians and there is a place of AI. You understand? We cannot actually neglect one, because I can tell you that there are questions that the Holy Spirit will not answer me, but AI will answer me. And there are some questions that the Holy Spirit will be the one to answer me, and AI will not be there to answer me. You understand? So I just feel like AI will not be able to give you the peace, the joy, you understand, that the Holy Spirit will be able to give me, you understand, concerning certain situations. Help, thinking faculty, well, Holy Spirit will be able to help you concerning things like that, but the AI will not be able to do it. But if you're in seek of knowledge, you want to actually get something, everything has their, what's it called? I feel like what Ruth Kadiri was trying to pass at the end of the day is the fact that we cannot actually destroy one for another. You understand? So you should not replace one for another. So at the end of the day, what Nollywood just looks like is the fact that there is no love in Nollywood. There's no strong structure in Nollywood. You understand? There is no love in Nollywood. They hate themselves too well in that place. That's one of the things I've noticed. They hate themselves in that place. But let me know what you think in the comment section. See you in the next. Love you. Love you. Do all to follow me.